Today, I don't think you'd get much argument with the idea that our bodies are designed to be used for physical work. In my work as a preventive medicine physician, I've seen countless transformations in health where the main focus of change was regular exercise. The attributes of physical fitness include strength, flexibility, aerobic endurance, and speed, all of which are important and should be included in your fitness plan. Now, my advice is not to go out today and join a gym and start pounding out the sessions. You must have the energy for and the desire to exercise in order to get the benefits from it. One should first have good nutrition, proper hydration, an optimistic mood, and proper sleep, along with a low toxic burden. Now, I get asked a lot, which exercise should I do, doc, for the best health? Well, each of us was created with a unique genetic blueprint and a unique expression of our genes, so the program that is right for one person may be wrong for another. Take an Olympic sprinter. Now, I've been down the track at collegiate national meets, and I can tell you, you'll not find a more impressive physical specimen than an elite sprinter. But that same person might not do as well or be as healthy with a long-distance running program. Now, her body thrives on sprinting, and with those types of workouts, she'll tend to stay at her ideal weight and optimal health. So how do you know what type of exercise is right for you? I often ask my patients to think back when they're in grade school and the teacher lined you up for a race across the schoolyard. Were they the winner or finish in the top 3 or 4, more in the middle of the pack, or did you come in dead last? Then I ask the same question before a run around the school campus or some other longer race, generally over 4 minutes. This is one way to determine if you are a sprinter, intermediate, or primary endurance type. Now, if you wanted to be more scientific, you could go have a muscle biopsy to see if you have more fast twitch fibers, and that's the sprinters, or more slow twitch fibers, and that's the marathon runners. Now, humans need to be able to sprint for survival. How else would you get away from a grizzly bear that attacks you when you're visiting Yellowstone Park? We also have to have endurance. That's what we need when we have to run 10 miles to escape a fast-moving forest fire. We do have the pure sprint types and the pure endurance types, but most of us are intermediate, which means we'll thrive on a program that's balanced between the two. Now, most of us need a combination of sprints, and we also call those intervals, as well as long, slow distance work. That's endurance work that's 40 minutes in duration or ideally longer. Now, to complete the program, you incorporate resistance and flexibility. Now, the minimum frequency is 1 to 2 sessions per week of intervals and sprints, and 2 sessions of endurance work. Now, if you add in 2 or 3 sessions of strength and flexibility, then you have a complete program. Again, this can and should vary depending on your preferences and your genetic makeup. Interval workouts are the most difficult ones to do properly, but for the time invested, they're also the most productive. You need to have some kind of physical exam before starting in intervals, especially if you're at risk for heart disease. If you're completely out of shape, please take it slow. Remember that exercise is not helpful for your health if you don't have the energy for it. Exercise should refresh you, not leave you feeling exhausted. Now, eventually you'll work up to about 8 intervals in a session. An interval can be anywhere from 30 seconds to 4 minutes or even longer. I advise starting each session with the longer intervals and make the last one shorter and more intense. The key is to push yourself to the point of being out of breath when you stop. For an example, I'll describe one of the workouts I do. This is my unfavorite workout. I do it on the track at my son's high school. So first I do a warm-up lap on the track at a very slow jog. Then I do a lap at a hard pace, finishing the end of the lap like it's a race. Then I recover all the way to baseline, let my heart rate and my breathing return to normal. After I'm completely recovered, I'll do another sprint, this time a little shorter, about 300 meters, and I'll do it a little harder at the end because I still want to be out of breath when I finish. Now, once again, after I'm done, I'll jog or walk until I'm recovered and do the next interval with a little shorter distance, but again, a little more intense. So I do the sprint recover cycle for about 8 times. The great benefit of interval training is it's short, only 20 minutes, but it challenges your cardiorespiratory capacities much more than a 40-minute run or walk. Research has shown that interval workouts build heart and lung reserves, and we need these when inevitable health challenges occur in life, like what if you came down with pneumonia, or what if you're injured in a car accident? Having these reserves is critical. Now, research shows that this type of exercise is also more efficient for stimulating your metabolism, for weight loss, and for aerobic fitness compared to the continuous exercise. Now, another way to get the same kind of workout is playing sports, especially sports like basketball, tennis, football, soccer, or other activities where you go hard and then catch your breath. This is a great way to combine fun with your workout. Better yet, do productive work to get a workout. If I'm working in the yard, I'll rake like a madman for a couple of minutes and get out of breath. Recover, repeat. You can push a loaded wheelbarrow from the front yard to the backyard in a sprint. Get out of breath, recover. My favorite is swinging an axe to chop wood or a pick to dig a hole in the ground until your forearms burn and your core burns, and then you recover. Now, my wife, Rena, she helps me out with this. Whenever I plant a tree, about a month later, or sometimes a year later, she'll decide she doesn't like where I planted it. So I get the great workout of digging it up, digging a new hole, moving the tree to the new hole, replanting it, and then filling in the old hole. You really don't need a gym. So at the very minimum, start the intervals, even if it's only 1 day a week. Be sure and get a medical checkup before you start if there's any questions about safety. Exercise increases the risk of sudden death if you have artery disease. Now stay tuned to our channel where we'll soon outline endurance training, strength training, and flexibility training for you. This is Dr. G. Thanks so much for watching.